What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Savage Shaman Sessions. Today's episode, I'm actually, out in the garden. I wanted to show y'all the garden in the stream, but the sun's so bright that, I had to kind of tilt it towards my garage so y'all could even see me. Um, I first want to, greet everybody with peace, wish you great peace. I hope you vibing great. I hope your life is just going amazing right now. Even if it ain't going amazing, it's still going amazing. Find the lessons and the stuff that you're going through right now. It's just life, man. The bad parts of it we learn from. The good parts we enjoy, you know. Once you balance your life and, start looking at it more like that, it's a little easier to kind of navigate through. Life is a mug, man. Life is a mug. But this Savage Shaman Sessions with your host Kukiwa Bahlam, aka Savage Soliloquy. You know, vibe, show love. You know, give hope to people. At least try. Like who am I? But if I can pass on some hope, I'm just so much good. Life is so much better. But, today's episode, we'll be talking about meditation. Meditation is so important. Um, it's just the only thing that keeps me sane for real. Honestly, it's just so much going on in the world, man. Just so much going on. So many tragedies and crazy stuff going on around us. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. It's pretty much tragedy city. So much goes on here. It's just crazy. Um, yeah, but we gonna vibe. We gonna vibe. I'm trying to throw some last minute invitations and stuff like that right now, so we can go ahead and get started. But we're talking about meditation. Meditation. Do you meditate? You know, do you know what meditation is? Like, we're just gonna go over some little stuff. Here we go. Meditation. What is meditation? Mm. It really, meditation is a hard thing to define for real. But I would say, to the simplest definition, you can say it's focusing or unfocusing on something or nothing. You can actually focus on nothing. But meditation is just kind of separating from you know, separating from something, focusing in, keying in. You can either be keying in on something or you can be keying in on nothingness, just to kind of empty your mind, refresh your mind, neutralize yourself. Because that's what meditation does. It neutralizes the mind and the body. What is it? What is it? Like, and the thing is, like, there's many forms. I actually believe there's like limitless ways to meditate. You know, people have found ways through many cultures, through ancient history, different religions, just anywhere you go in the world, there's a form of meditation. Any major religious system or belief system has a form of meditation. You know, like honestly, I believe it's the first thing that people ever did. You know, because it's one of the only things. Is one of the things you can do like without anything. You know, like we got our crystals and stuff like that, our stuff to kind of focus in, but you really don't need anything to meditate. You just need yourself. Um, like the simplest form of meditation is just being by yourself, just blocking out the world, man. Just focusing on the inside, on your mind. You know, simplest form of it. Uh, like I say, it helps neutralize the body and mind. Focusing or unfocusing in, because you can kind of, that's another form of meditation. Like you can just like focus in on just any random thing. It can be a rock for real, like, but it's just something to kind of use your body at its peak. If you understand what I'm saying, you're trying to use your brain at its peak. Your mind, body, spirit. If you want to go metaphysical, um, and speaking of metaphysical, on that level, it's a key to a spiritual awakening. Like sometimes, well, all the time, like spiritual awakenings come, but it's usually how you find it. Through learning yourself, through finding yourself, like really learning yourself. Because sometimes you might learn yourself and you find out you don't really like yourself. At least at that state that you're in, and that's cool. It's cool not to like yourself if you're in a bad state, but it's not cool to stick in that state. Got to do something about it. And meditation, it's one of those ways to do something about it. At least eternally. To kind of control yourself, to neutralize yourself. How do we meditate? Like I say, there's limitless ways to meditate. Literally, like if you go through different religious writings, even like in Christianity, it's prayer. Meditating on the Lord. Islam's similar. Prayer, stuff like that. Um, you go to like Buddhism and more spiritualism, more stuff about the spirit rather than a religious rite or anything. So it all has forms of meditation. Whether it's meditation through plant medicine or through just breathing or whatever type of form you use to get in that trance, because that's really what it is. It's a trance. Like and you're taking yourself there, and when you first start, it's kind of hard to get them trances, but over time you'll learn how to get that part of yourself. And the best way to get there for real is to focus on the reason and not the method, because I see like a lot of gurus. I don't want to hate on anybody's like ministry or what they're doing, but like a lot of people try to focus on a lot of the methods, and they focus too much on the method to where you can kind of get caught in the method and get lost in the method to where you're not connecting with yourself. If you get me, um, you can literally be just copying somebody and you're not understanding what you're doing because you're just copying movements, and you can go on an endless cycle of that for real. And we burn some more of my Palo Santo. Flies like to get to run around because I got the garden. But yeah, it's another one of the ways, using stuff to meditate, stuff like aromatherapy, all stuff like that. It helps. It definitely does. But yeah, focus on the reason and not the method. And we all got our reasons for meditating. But I would say the general reason would be finding yourself, you know, reaching internally inside yourself to dig them secrets out of yourself, because we all got secrets. People call it different things in different faith systems, and I mean different belief systems. You know, I've heard people call it the Akashic records. You know, like within us, we all got like this memory of our ancestors, and from some people believe past lives and stuff like that, and you unlock it by going inside, and whatever part of it you believe, there is something inside. There's something greater in us inside, but we have to unlock it. We have to kind of dig in and unlock it. And the reason I say like dig in on the reason and not the method, because our egos. People call it the ego. Or, I try not to dig into the titles, but we need titles for people to understand. For us to unify on a meaning for something. But our egos, and I'm not necessarily like like the ego is very where what I'm saying, somebody just egotistical and prideful person. It's like no, our ego is like it's a part of our emotional system that feeds on certain things, and it can be good, sometimes bad. And our ego likes data. It likes data. That's why polls and stuff like that are popular. People like to use data, like 30% of so and so said this, so this got to be true. And all this. But because it feeds us. Fills us up a little bit. Like okay, I can believe this because I got data on it. But if you don't connect that to your spirit, our spirits need action. Spirit don't care about all that data, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It don't care that you got to walk around 3 times in a circle and bow down 10 times and jump on one leg. Like your spirit don't care about that. That's more like your personage, your ego, your person. You kind of digging that, and I do believe making your own rituals, but that's like don't get that confused with what your spirit needs. Your spirit needs action. Your spirit needs to be put in action. It needs to be talked to, communicated with, and fed through nature. That's how our spirits eat. You definitely want to eat. You definitely want to feed your spirit. How do we meditate? Let's go into a little bit of detail. I'm gonna quickly go into some detailed ways so that we can get. I don't want to make this too long, but we're gonna go into some quick ways on how to meditate. Breath work. Breath work, I believe, is like the most important part of meditation. Learning to connect your breath with your spirit. Like learning breathing methods. If you go through my page, go through some of the past episodes of the Shaman Sessions, I kind of go through some breathing methods, and you can connect with me personally, and we can set up some sessions. Through all my services, I make sure they're very affordable. If you really ain't got the bread, but your spirit in need, still come holler at me. We'll work something out. But yeah, breath work. You can literally go in a trance or go into a meditative state strictly by breathing. I think this is the easiest way, besides like plant medicine. Some plant medicines like force you to go in meditative mode, and you're just instantly there. You can work from there. That might be a little intense for a lot of people. So, breath work. You're gonna get a similar feeling. You're literally just learning how to breathe. A lot of us got shallow breathing because we lost these methods of breath work. So you just kind of get back with it, connected with your spirit, breathe, go out in nature. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it. Spirit means breath. And if you're in the spiritual world, you know, you ain't breathing right, you know, you ain't feeding your spirit right. You know, you might be having all the good stones, all the jewelry, and all that. But if you ain't breathing, you ain't getting out of nature, sucking in some primary air, you really not primarily feeding your spirit, you know what I'm saying, your body. Um, your body needs to be well for your spirit to be well. This is like your body is just like a channel for your spirit. It's literally a bag of air, you know. And think about it, if spirit means breath, that's like air is connected with the spirit, and we're a bag of air. You know what I'm saying? This is holding the spirit for right now. And what happens when you don't got no more air? You know, in most faith systems, your spirit goes. You know, so you want to keep your body good while you're here to build on your spirit. You want to keep your body right, stretching, stretch your body, get up, exercise. Blood flow is very important to meditation because in just your spiritual life, like we say, breath, air, you know what I'm saying? Like it's moving spirit through your body, but if you ain't got no blood flow, if your blood flow ain't right, your oxygen ain't getting through your body. So you know, like think about yoga, practices like yoga. That's generally what it is, you know, is they're doing these sacred positions to stretch these different parts of the body, and it's oxygenating your body, and your blood flow is just, you know, able to flow at its more of a peak level. You know, you're getting air in parts of your brain that you weren't getting, you know. So, you know, you don't have to become a yoga master. Like, it'd be nice if you do, you know, because it's definitely going to be beneficial. But just get up every day and just like do your breath work, do some breathing exercises, then start stretching. Like do a couple stretches for like 20, 30 minutes. Might not even have to be that long, but just do something, and you're gonna feel so much better in your life. You're gonna be able to think. You're gonna think clearer. You know, you're gonna generally be in a more meditative state as you're living your life for real. Um, if your body ain't healthy, your mind will struggle. Music, sound, another key to meditation. Um, I like using a sound bowl, a Tibetan sound bowl. It helps me a lot. Uh, People use tuning forks, or just music. You know, live music is so awesome. It's so much better than the recorded stuff, but you know, recorded stuff can get you there too. Just kind of zoning off into some good mellow music, some good positive vibing music. Shoot some good reggae, some Bob Marley, some just, it ain't even gotta be like some music that you vibe with. Just kind of zone in on it. It definitely is gonna help you while you're doing your breathing, your stretching, and all your music. You're like you're building this environment inside yourself, outside yourself, but also inside yourself. This meditative environment, um, and while you're doing this, you can also go into like the next step, is which I call prayer. I'm not necessarily meaning like Christian prayer or like Islamic prayer, but like, as when I say prayer, I'm basically talking about like affirmations. You know what I'm saying? Literally speaking it out into the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally talking it. You know what you want, what your intention is. You're building yourself up. You're building an affirmation up around you and your environment. There are studies of people literally like yelling and speaking nice things to water, and the molecules literally changing and forming depending on whether it was a negative emotion or a positive emotion going towards it. So like you want to speak out positive things in your life. If you find yourself in a mode where you're constantly speaking negative into everything, you might just be clinging on to negative stuff. Like that's the other part of your spirit overpowering you. You have to have a balance. You have to have a balance. So while you're getting into this meditative mode, remember we're going through a method. We're breathing, we're stretching, we're getting some movement in. I don't want to move too much because I got this mic. I got my new mic on. But you know, you got you some good music, or not even music, like sound. Get out in nature, listen to the birds and the animals and the insects, and just kind of find that music and that the tune in that. Get out to a park, find that, and it's gonna get you there so much quicker. It's like it's just so peaceful, so peaceful. It's gonna take you there. Um, which goes on to our next point, getting out in nature. Um, or even before we go there, like the last point I wanted to say with prayer, uh, like our words are like incense to the spirits. Um, so it's like that's how we that's how we kind of feed them, how we get these good positive spirits around us. And you know, spirit means breath. You know, all like vibration. You know, our breath actually being a vibration, like everything around us being a vibration. It just kind of connects in. That's all I wanted to say. Let's keep it moving. Uh, nature. We were talking about nature. Moving on to nature. Nature provides everything that we need. Literally everything that we need. You know, you don't need anything outside of nature. Anything outside of nature is just extra. You know, it's something that we made or created. But to find your pure happiness, your pure joy, your pure self, your pure being, your pure essence, you have to be out in nature. You have to you have to eat like good food. You have to eat. And when I say food, I'm talking about fruits and like veggies, like primarily like fruits. But you know, fruits and veggies, grains. You know, it's certain grains you kind of want to watch sometimes because they kind of form into sugar. So like if you having other forms of sugar, you kind of want to watch it. So it's different dietary things, but you kind of want to get your body alkaline. You kind of want to eat an alkaline diet, eat a nature diet. The more close your diet is to nature, the more healthy you are. That's just that just is what it is. Like history, life will prove that. You know, you want to get away from the synthetic life. What is the synthetic life? That means you're eating a bunch of chemicals, you know, you're eating a bunch of slaughtered animals where you kind of eating their emotion, the emotion that they left in that meat. And it's just like a whole bunch of processed stuff that just, with people with no intent to help you be healthy or anything. And get out the synthetic life. That's all I can say about that. The only way to get out of that is to get into nature. Nature itself is going to bring you to a meditative state. That's why people go on these long trips to the Bahamas to see pure nature. You know what I'm saying? All these places where you can see an abundance of nature. People pay all this money to get to these spots that's still kind of natural. It's because it takes you to a meditative state that nothing else can. So if you're doing your other exercise, your breathing exercises, your stretching, the nature gonna give you the sound. You're just out in nature. You're gonna naturally be in this meditative state. Look at the trees, focus on the trees, the wind. How the wind is blowing with the trees. The rhythm is giving you just it's just man. I'm telling you, it's a peace like nothing else. And literally meditation is all about escaping the synthetic life, about getting away from the pressures of this made up life that they gave us. Because this stuff that they gave us is literally a made up life. These 9 to 5 jobs, day to day, to have to work to live and all this stuff is literally a made up life. But because they made it up and they got the power, we have to deal with it, but you have to deal with it spiritually and mentally too. You know, yeah. To end off, I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. We've been here almost 30 minutes. To end off, we're gonna basically hit you with create your own meditation. That's the squirrel trying to eat my bird food. Better get your behind out of here. I see you, chump. Trying to eat my doggone bird food up. But create your own meditation. You know, find your level. Um, combine some ancient methods, like, learn some of these ancient methods, some of these, you know, ancient meditative methods, and find your own inside of them. As you find these breathing methods, find what gets you there quicker, what gets you there more efficiently, you know, and vibe with that, you know. Make it your ritual and do it. Get your own, get your stuff. You better get your ritual. The squirrel, I'm about to throw this bottle at him. Better get out my garden, chump. Y'all witnessing my garden charades, chasing off the squirrels and they don't eat off the bird food. But I be spraying it with peppers. I ain't being mean to the squirrels, but like they got food in the front and all the seeds and all that. But this is my meditative zone. But yeah, find your own ritual. Do your own ritual. I'm telling you, you're gonna love yourself for it. You know what I'm saying? Like life gonna love you for it. You're gonna have so much of a more peaceful life, so much more of clearful thoughts. It's just wonderful. Don't plan it too much. You get to planning it too much, you're gonna mess it up. You're never gonna do it. I'm sorry. We plan ourselves out of too much stuff. Just do it. You can do it right now. Go in your backyard, just chill for a second. Just breathe in the air, breathe from the bottom of your belly, Just breathe it in and just go chill. Just do it right now. Just go. You plan on it too much, you're not gonna do it. Build your ritual, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know if it's working or not. It's gonna take time. Give it time, but if it isn't life changing, you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling like tingling in your feet and your hands, you know what I'm saying? You're not breathing, you're not getting it in, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to kind of control that. That's your blood kind of rousing up, with the oxygen. And once you get past that, you can learn how to kind of send it to other parts of your body to help heal yourself. Stuff like that. That's more once we get to the high level. But if you really want to get into like some breath work, some meditation, some guided meditation, holla at me. Like I say, my prices are very fair, and I only reason I charge because like we got to keep it going. We got to get more equipment, get more just stuff to help with what we doing, as far as like renting out spots, stuff like that, to kind of be isolated, But we doing stuff in the park, Just holla at me, man. We're gonna make it happen. And what I say, if your money ain't all there, just still holla at me. It's more about the spirit than the money anyway. And we're gonna make something happen. You might have to look out for me. You might have to work the door or something at one of these events. Or you know what I'm saying? You got some products, we might have to do some, some barter, but it's more about us healing as a people. So that's today's episode, man. Savage Shaman Sessions. I know it's been a minute, but we've been busy. We've been in the field. We've been grinding. And with that, it's we are also. I almost forgot to let you know, we are offering shamanic sessions. Um, these are more discreet and you know You gotta, I won't do it for everybody. You know, we gotta kind of do like a little spirit test, a little energy test, because bringing a bad energy to a shamanic session can be crazy. But we also will help you kind of get rid of like some bad spirits, stuff like that. Kind of get some healing in your life. Just holler at me, man. Like I said, we do private sessions. Basically gonna be with us for the day. We gonna meditate. Then we're gonna do some healing, some spirit walking. Like I say, the sessions are open. We also got other healers, involved. We got people that do readings. Anybody I roll with, we make sure we kind of test them, test the water to make sure that they legit. So definitely plug in if you about that spiritual life, about that spirit life. We teaching each other, we healing each other, we vibing with each other. We teaching each other love and war, yin and yang. Spirit, teaching ourselves how to get to our higher selves, teaching how to balance our lower selves, That's vibe. I definitely appreciate y'all for vibing with me today. It's definitely always a vibe, man. Got my wifey. So much lovey dubbies. To my wife on the road. She out on the road, getting her meditative state, out there vibing, So definitely all about love, y'all. Love is the highest vibration. Always remember that. Love is the highest vibration. And this is your host, Kukiwa Bahlam, aka Savage Soliloquy, Castleberry's finest. Saying that I'm out this piece. And I leave y'all with peace. Vibe greater.